Hey, how's it going, everybody? I want to talk to you all today about one of the most important things that you can ever practice in a relationship. Now, let me first preface this by saying that when I say relationship, I'm not just talking about romantic relationship. I'm talking about any relationship, professional relationship, business relationship, friendship, family relationships, okay? If it's a relationship with your dog, okay? A relationship is going to be anything where there's two or more people or a person and a dog involved in any sort of interaction, closeness, whatever, what have you. Okay, the most important thing that you can do in a relationship is make communication a priority. Okay, you have to make communication a priority. And you guys, let me tell you this. I've worked with people from all over the world, and I have seen one thing I've seen over and over again: destroyers of friendships, destroyers of romantic relationships, destroyers of families is communication and a lack of it, or people misinterpreting what other people are really trying to say. You guys, if you don't make communication a priority, things will start to fall apart. I promise you that. I speak from personal experience, you guys. I work with people on communication. I teach people communication. And in my own life, when I don't make communication a priority in my relationships, guess what happens? The relationships fall apart. So I say this to you not just as a coach, but as somebody from the heart who's experienced this firsthand. You have to make communication a priority. If you are in a relationship with anybody, whether it's romantic or business or friend, and it matters to you, it needs to matter enough that you make communication a priority. What does that mean? It means you plan times to get together and just talk. It means that you interact with each other. It means you make time available for that person. It means that when you guys get together and you hang out, you're not sitting there text messaging on your cell phones or anything like that. You put the phone away and you make the other person feel like they're the most important and significant person in your life at that time. Because you want them to know that they have your undivided attention and you theirs. You want to be able to talk to them, share with them what's going on, tell them about what's going on in your life. Talk to them about your hopes, your fears, your dreams, all those things. You know, if there's things going at work, talk with your boss. Open up that dialogue with them and let them know how you're feeling. Let them know what they can do to help support you. If you bottle everything inside, guess what happens? At some point, it's going to blow up. And it is not going to be pretty. It's better to let things out and keep them in the open and establish that relationship early on so that you're never bottling stuff up inside. If you have friends and things aren't just going the way you are, pull your friend aside and talk to them. You know, one of the most significant conversations I ever had with a friend, and I remember this very distinctly. This was about 6 years ago. And I had a really bad habit of showing up late for hangout times. I'd tell people, oh yeah, I'll be there at 3, and I'd get there at 3:45. I'll be there at 6, I'd get there at 6:50. And my friend pulled me aside one time and he said, you know, dude, I love you, I love hanging out with you, but you're always late, and it's not nice, it's rude. It's like you just think about yourself. And I thought about it, at first I was like, what? And then I thought about it and I go, you know, you're absolutely right. He was absolutely right. I was being completely selfish, thinking my time was the most important time, and not taking into consideration that other people are planning their days, planning their afternoons, planning their time around me. And so when I'm showing up late like that, what is that telling them? That they don't matter, that they're not a priority. So that communication that he had with me really changed my life, and it made me be more accountable to myself and the people I cared about most, about showing up on time. I cannot tell you guys this enough. You got to make communicating a priority. If you're in a romantic relationship, and you guys, again, please listen to me from the heart, because I've made this mistake before too. Set aside the time to communicate with your partner. Don't just leave it for chance or leave it because it's just going to happen. You know, we all like to think that at the end of the day we're going to come home and we're going to sit down and talk with each other. It doesn't always happen. Things are going to get in the way. We all like to think that when we wake up in the morning, we're going to make the time to talk to each other. It just doesn't happen. Things get in the way. You have to schedule in a time. And people might think, oh, Jesse, you know, shoot, that's not really romantic. Just put it in the schedule. Well, you know what's not romantic is upsetting the person that you're supposed to be with. Okay? If it's important to you, you have to make it a priority and make it important. And you guys, again, I have learned the hard way, so take it from my learnings. Make it a priority. Schedule it in. If that means every Thursday at 11 a.m., you guys are going to sit down across from each other at the table, looking each other in the eyes, and just talk for 45 minutes. Write it in. And who cares if you don't have anything profound or anything to talk about? The point is that you are making each other a priority. You are making communicating with that person, that important person to you, a priority. If you have kids and you see, oh, they just grow up so fast, make it a point to sit down with them and talk to them about what they want to do. What do they want to be when they would grow up? And don't, when they tell you, oh, I want to be a superhero, don't say, oh, that's silly, you don't want to be a superhero. Ask them why. Ask them how come. Ask them who their favorite superhero is. Ask them who their role model is. Ask them what powers they want to have. Ask them what they would do with those powers. Okay, get yourself involved in their dreams. That's the power that comes with communicating, is you get to connect with somebody on a deeper level, a level that means a lot to them. I promise you that if you make communicating a priority, you will only create more solid, long-lasting, amazing relationships. Life is too short, you guys, not to make the people who matter most a priority. Life is too short to not make the relationships who matter most a priority. Life is way too short to not make communicating a priority. So after you turn off this video, what I want you to do, well, of course you're going to click like, right? Because Jesse needs the likes. Okay, shameless self-promotion aside, what you're going to do is, once you turn off this video, you are going to make a list of the 5 people that are the most important to you in your life right now. And then next to that list, you're going to write down what you need to do with them, each and every one of those people, to make communicating a priority. I promise you, if you make this a priority, your relationships will only blossom into something really spectacular and special. Do this for me, do it for you, do it for the people you love most. Make communicating a priority. I'll talk to you all soon.